Got my revenge after the neighbor beat his wife and made a false police report against me. About 10 years ago now, I lived next door to this real piece of work. Save you the details, but over the course of months, we would hear yelling and screams from the house next door. Not a townhouse, a standalone house. So it was loud. I've called the police more than once on the apparent DV taking place. One day, we got to talking with the wife, and she had bruises on her arm and a gnarly cut on her leg. That was from being put through a glass coffee table. Eventually, she would come spend the night to get away, and I'd patch her up. I was in the military and an EMT in those days and had a trauma bag at home. I also used to open carry a pistol, which was legal there. That'll be important in a minute. She refused to call the police, saying that he was a mortician in town and had a lot of cop friends, that it wouldn't go her way. One day he got pissed we'd help her out, so he made a false report to the police that I threatened him with my gun. So a sheriff's deputy rang my doorbell one afternoon with a restraining order that was going to compel me to move. Problem was, I sold the gun a month before this supposed event to a cop. My girlfriend at the time was friends with a social worker who was dating said cop. I called him up, cop, and explained what happened. He essentially went over there with picture of my old gun with a ruler next to it as if it were evidence. He asked neighbor if this was the gun. Neighbor said yes. He asked neighbor if that was the correct date. He said yes. So he serves him with a ticket for making false report, and the restraining order went away. Next time neighbor sees me outside, he made general threats. Well, I just got my discharge from the Air Force, so I was moving back home to the East Coast. And just before I did, I went to his backyard with a shoot of bamboo that I cut into 4-inch pieces and a rubber mallet. I randomly drove them all over his backyard. That same week, I also brought his wife to a women's shelter. It basically overtook his backyard. He will never get rid of that bamboo. Piece of shit.